All right, let's get into part 2 of a breast augmentation. I'm going to be going over the day of my surgery, the couple days after, and a few weeks after, go over everything. So bear with me, it's a lot of info. I'll try to be as detailed as I can, go as slowly as I can, but yet quick enough where this isn't like a super long, annoying video. First thing, surgery day. Left early in the morning, went to the hospital. My sister drove me and stayed with me there. Once we got checked in, they got me into a room. They gave me like 4 packs of like the cloths to like wipe down my body. I had to wipe down my entire body, not just my chest area. And then they gave me a gown to put on. And then I was just waiting. They did put an IV in because I did have general anesthesia. And it did take them a while to actually get the IV in. I have veins that roll apparently, and typically that's more common in older people. So I know from other surgeries it's always difficult for them to actually get an IV in me, so that definitely took some time. So I mean, if you don't have that issue, you should be fine. I just know that I had the issue in the past, so I warned them ahead of time, and it still just took longer. But that's fine. I knew ahead of time, like I said, that my veins are problematic. So the anesthesiologist came in, she introduced herself, the nurses came in and everything, and everyone was really nice, always constantly asking me questions, typically just making sure I was who the chart said I was, which was really nice. The doctor then came in, he had me stand up, he then drew and marked all over where the incisions would be, the cuts, the marks, where and how to have everything. And then shortly after that, they started the anesthesia. I was out. I don't remember getting rolled in anywhere or anything. And I remember then just waking up. I'm pretty sure I was back in the room by then. I don't really know. I don't quite remember that part of it. I stayed up for a while, and I had to stay at the hospital for a while for like the recovery, just to make sure that everything was okay. So at that point, my sister was there, so her and I just chit-chatted. I think I played on my phone a little bit, whatever. Then once we got the approval that I could leave, we had to obviously walk out, and they kept offering me a wheelchair, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I was, and so we got just to past like the front desk. And I started to feel lightheaded and kind of sick, and I was like, oh geez. So I powered through though, and I made it to the entrance/exit, and I sat down, and my sister actually then got the car, brought it around. So then I got all situated, just moving kind of slow, and I was kind of like hunched over. It's just a lot of weight and pressure that's on the chest, so I kind of felt like a little lady, like all crunched and hunched over. I didn't have any pain at all, really. I just felt tired and I guess kind of sore, like I just want to lay down and like chill. That's all I wanted to do. So once my sister got me situated, I got all the pillows placed and everything, and I got really thirsty, so she stopped at a gas station, got me a water. So that was kind of odd, but I mean, I hadn't eaten or drinking anything in over 12 hours, so that makes sense. Once I got home, I just got on the couch right away, just chilled, got all set up with pillows and everything, and after a little bit, I wasn't hungry right away. Probably a couple hours after I got home, I got hungry, so my sister made some food for me, and I was still like really hungry, so I didn't lose any appetite, which was good, and I didn't get sick at all, so that was also really nice. I did sleep propped up, so I just took like a whole bunch of pillows, kind of propped them all up, and just leaned against them. That was not comfortable in the slightest. I did not sleep well at all. The next day I actually spoke with my mother, and she had neck surgery probably a couple years back, and she actually had like a wedge pillow that she said I could borrow, and a heating pad, because my back actually really hurt. More than anything, my back hurt. And I don't know if that's just because the medical bra they had, it was so tight, or because I was hunched over in the weight, but just I wanted to just like roll my shoulders back and be like, oh, but I couldn't. There was no way I could do that. But yeah, just my back across like my shoulders here, it hurts so much. So my mom brought me that wedge pillow, and it was huge. Like I thought it was just going to be like little, like one that you normally like on a desk or something have. No, this thing was huge. It was so big. I was like, oh my goodness. But it worked out great. So I just put that on my bed. Then I did have like a regular pillow for my head on top of that. I probably slept at that incline for, I think, like a week, maybe almost 2 weeks, but it helps so much. I did have to just stay on my back sleeping. I couldn't roll over to my sides or anything, obviously not on my stomach. So if you sleep on anything but your back, it's going to be difficult. I typically sleep on my back or either of my sides, and I toss and turn at night between those three. So that was difficult for me to just constantly lay straight all the time. Like I would wake up and I'd want to move and I couldn't really. So I still didn't get the best sleep because of that. The heating pad that she gave me was awesome. It was one that like went over the shoulders, and just, again, it felt so great on my back just to have that relief. I did also get ice packs. Well, not exactly ice packs. I got like frozen peas, just like cheapy frozen peas, to actually ice my chest. And the doctor said I didn't have to do that. Other people recommended it. Even when I went to the pharmacy to get my prescriptions, they recommended that. So I did get them, and I'm really glad I did, actually. Like, just the cool, it felt so nice just to have on my chest. I highly recommend getting some sort of ice pack or something, or again, frozen peas, frozen veggies, something that'll kind of like mold and go around that you can kind of just have on your chest to help cool down. It's awesome. And possibly a heating pad for your back, a wedge pillow. I think she said she got the pillow from Amazon. It was like $40. Otherwise, yeah, just a bunch of pillows. It just didn't work. This wedge pillow, it was a lot firmer, so it was able to keep me at a better incline without having to constantly push the pillows and move around. What else? I think that was it for just like that first couple days. That I had my surgery on Friday. I went back to work on Tuesday. I made it through about half of the day before I was just like wore out and tired. So the other girl that was working with me, she was awesome. She's like, you can go home. It's okay. I got it. And I'm like, thank you. So I went home, iced my chest, got the heating pad on. I needed to chill. That Wednesday, I also went to work. I left early because I actually had my post-op appointment. So I drove myself to the appointment. It's about an hour north of where I live. Had the appointment. All he really did then is he just kind of looked. He said, yep, they're swollen, they're high, that's normal, everything looks good. You should buy some of these Scarways and put them under where the incision is. And they gave me a paper with all that information. So I was like, okay. So once I got home, I looked and everything. And after driving home after that hour, I was so tired. I was so sore. I was cranky. I wanted to just get home and, again, get on the couch, ice my chest, get a heating pad on, and just like do nothing. So if you have a post-op appointment and it is a little bit farther away from where you live, I definitely suggest having someone drive you. I also suggest not going back to work as quickly as I did. I definitely wish I would have taken off a full week, which was my initial plan. Just with work though and everything, I was like, okay, I should be fine. And I was able to power through, but I definitely take more time if you can. If you can take a week, take a week. Don't rush yourself like I did. I mean, you can, but it just really wasn't that comfortable, to be honest. I did go and I went to Target and got Scaraway. They're these little, like, kind of like bandages. They're probably about yay big. And they're silicone on one side, and it just helps with the scars. So I just cut that in half, put it on there. I did not anticipate this. It was like 18 something for a pack of them. So almost $20 for a pack of this. I wasn't aware of that. So I was kind of upset that I didn't know about that cost. I mean, it's only $20. Okay, fine. But at the same time, oh, that just would have been nice to know ahead of time. So be aware of that as well. I had the pain pills. I didn't really have any pain with that. I kept taking them how I should every time, along with the antibiotics. They also give me anti-nausea medicine. I only took that once. There was one time I really felt like I was going to vomit, where I went to like the toilet and I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't, luckily, but I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel well. While I was taking the pain pills, I really didn't have any pain. It was just more so I was sore. It was nothing that I couldn't tolerate. I did think about not taking the pain pills and possibly trying Tylenol, but I also didn't want to not take them and then be in excruciating pain and have to take the pain pills and wait for them to kick in. So I did just keep taking them till they were gone, and it was fine. Again, it was sore. My chest was sore, very sensitive to touch. Going and taking a shower, that was a little more different than I thought it would be. I knew it would be hard, like, to wash my hair. Like, I couldn't really reach my head. So the first time that I took a shower, actually, I think was Sunday, I want to say. I think it was Sunday. So I'm sitting at home doing nothing. I'm just like, I am not going to shower. I don't care. I don't. And if I would have stayed home longer, I probably would have gone a little longer without a shower. But meh, that's how it goes. So up to you, obviously, when you shower. I actually had my boyfriend help me, and that was huge. He was able to kind of wash my hair. He didn't do the best job. So if you have somebody who knows how to wash hair and you're comfortable with them washing your hair, go that route. But it was nice to be able to have someone, because even like I couldn't like reach my back or anything. Bending over actually even felt really weird. I mean, I was able to kind of wash the rest of my body. It was fine. My armpits, I couldn't really. I just had to kind of like shove the loofah in there and like try to get some soap. Shaving, no, that shaving in the armpits didn't happen for like a week, I want to say. And even then it was like a shoddy job because I couldn't lift all the way, but I got it done at least. With showering also, just the water hitting my chest was uncomfortable. Like, I wanted to be out of the way of the water coming at my chest. It was not comfortable. Also, when you're drying off, I didn't even wipe because it hurt so bad. I just really took a towel and like patted around my chest. It was not comfortable at all. It still is a little weird. So I still just kind of pat myself dry there. But I mean, you got to shower, so you'll find your ways around it. What obviously works for you. This is just everything that worked well for me. Let me see. I think that's everything on that. I did have my post-op. I believe it was a 1 month post-op. Or was it 2 weeks? I don't remember now. It's been a little bit. I apologize. But I went in. It was really quick again. The doctor just said things look good, that he checked underneath. The scars were healing. He was like, they're starting to kind of drop. He said to keep wearing a sports bra. And I did start working out at that point. I think that was like a Tuesday or something, and I just started working out that Sunday. So just a couple days prior, started working out, and I just kept it lower body. I did cardio, but it was like steady state, so it was just like walking on a treadmill at an incline, and then it was just like glutes and lower abdominals. That's all I worked out, and it probably about an hour, maybe a little less, sometimes a little more, just depending on the day and how tired I was. But you just have to listen to your body for that. And he said I can work out, just again, keep a lower body, no upper body movements or anything like that. I did tell him, it's perhaps TMI, I had a lot of nipple sensitivity, like all the time. Like it hurts, even just wearing the sports bra, like it hurts. He said that should go away. It takes actually 18 to 24 months for your nerves to completely reconnect and heal. So he said it could take up to that time to be completely normal again, which I'm like, well, I don't want to go like a year and a half, 2 years with my nipples being sensitive and hard all the time. Like, no. Can't really do anything about that though. It has gotten better, I will say that. But that's another thing that would have been nice to know in the beginning. Like, it takes a while for the nerves to reconnect. So, and I don't recall if I said this in my previous video, I'll get every so often like shooting pains, just kind of like somebody took a long sharp needle and just like, really quick, and it's like, eh. They also itched. They lightly itched. So those were things I didn't anticipate. So there'd be times just like lightly just itching over my bra. I'm like, oh, I feel so good. And then the pain, the shooting pains. And again, it wasn't horrible, like, oh my gosh, something crazy is happening. It was just like, I don't like how that feels. Going back real quick to working out, like I said, I just did the lower body. Lifting and holding the weights was also really weird because I'm like, well, what can I do? I need to hold some weights for certain exercises. So there were some things where I'd kind of hold a weight. I think I took like a 25-pound plate and I'd, hold on the side of my leg and lift my leg up. And that actually tired me out just because holding it in my arms and just that little bit of that upper pectoral, like as I'm holding it and moving, that was kind of uncomfortable for me. Doing any exercises laying on a mat, laying on my side, I felt like I had to kind of like take my boobs and move them, and even that, it just was uncomfortable. So those were things that definitely the first couple times tired me out a lot quicker. Other than that, I think I've been pretty good as obviously time goes on. It's gotten better. I did start sleeping without that wedge pillow. I want to say at about 2 weeks, I got rid of it and I tried laying flat on my back. And that was surprisingly difficult. Even just laying down, I was like, oh my gosh, and like felt like I was going to fall. And it was a little difficult getting up. It actually even was difficult laying down in the beginning too, even with the wedge pillow. Like my boyfriend did have to kind of help me get up a little bit because I'm trying not to push, because you can't push yourself up with your arms or your elbows. You just have to sit up and use your abs for that. So it is difficult. So if you have somebody to help you with that, that's also really nice. But even with working out, forgot where I was going with that. I apologize. But just your abs working so much more, normal movements. I was really surprised to just even, like I said, like bending over, turning kind of. I knew I'd be limited. I did after a while start kind of reaching for things, and it wasn't so bad, or I'd kind of like have my arm like down and like get on my tippy toes and reach for stuff. But again, that was at work, and if I would have taken that time off, I think it definitely would have been a lot better for me. I think that's everything I have written down for my surgery day and the few weeks to a month after. Any questions, definitely please feel free, put them down below. I'll get to them, I'll answer them and let you know my experience, at least with it, and my opinion. And I will have another video, hopefully a lot sooner than this one. I do apologize for that, on the next post-op and just how things keep progressing and going. Thanks for watching.